Hello, TeenCoders. Hope you're all having a great day. This is Anyeti Atuk, and this is TeenCoders bringing to you Android development course. If you've been with us through the program, we have gone through the initial introductions. In this particular course, we want to build our first app. We build a simple ABCD app and we'll test it. So quickly, let's go to ai2.appinventor.mit.edu. Remember, we said something in our last class that the software for this to run offline is available, and by just sending us an email, we can make it. We can tell you how to get it. The other way too is the online version, which if you use their website ai2.appinventor.mit.edu, it leads you to this interface. Okay, so this is the App Inventor software. We want to start a new project, so we go to projects and we click start a new project. We give the project a name. Now, the rule in giving project names, I think two rules. One, you don't use start with a number. For example, let me do this. I use a number. You see, project name must begin with a letter. Or if I do AB, then I give space. You see, project names cannot contain spaces. So you must be mindful of that too. So let me just give a project name called ABCD. Want to build an app called ABCD app. Now, in the concept of learning by solving problems, now let's paint a picture of the problem we intend to solve by this app. I have a child that the when a child comes back from school, the child is unable to read A for apple, B for ball, and all that correctly. Maybe the child says A for cat, and B for glass. So after talking with the school, we said, okay, since this is not just one child problem, it happens to other children. Apart from the fact that okay, there might be a teacher issue, why not we develop an app where the children love technology? Because of playing with the app sings the ABCD and all that for them. So there are two versions of this app. But we use this one just to introduce us to the key concept of Android development. Okay, so now let's start with this. So immediately you get to the interface, the first thing you should take note of is the designer and the blocks. The designer is where you design all that you need for your app. The blocks is where you do the coding. In this simple app, I need buttons. So I have under designer, I have four parts: the palette, the viewer, the components, and the properties. So for every item that I take from the palette and place on the viewer, I need to change the name of the components or the item under component and then set the properties. So let's start. Um, let's start by, so I drag a button, you drag and drop. To drag and drop, you simply um, um, click the item, let's say the button, and then hold your left, click the item with your left mouse button, hold down that button, drag it, and place it on your screen. So I want this button to represent letter A, so I just do this A button. Okay, so I have renamed the button under the component A. Then now I have to set the properties on the button. I want to pick different colors. I want it enabled. I want the font size to be 20. I want the height to be automatic, the width to be fill parent. Okay, the width to be fill parent, yeah. The height is automatic, the width is fill parent. Image is none, shape none, text. I want this to be A for apple. Text alignment, let it be center, text color visible, and all that. So I have this as my first button, A for apple. And I take the second button, B, and I come down here and I rename it and I say B button. And I come to this part, I select another color. You can pick any color. I set this as 20 and I set the width as few parents. I set the text here for B for born, and that is it. So I take another button and I rename it here. I call it C. So I pick a color. I pick orange. So that means indirectly what I'm trying to show us is that with button has a set of properties. The background color, and that would means if you click it to respond. The font bold means the text to make the text bold. Let me make it. Font size means to increase the size of the font. Font bold makes the font bold. Font italic, italize the text. The font type is the type of font you want to use. You don't want to affect that one. Height talks about the height of the button. Width talks about the width of the button. So you have automatic fill parent means it should fill all sections of the screen. Pixel and percentage of the screen and all that. Image is if you want the background of the button, there should be an image on it. The shape you can take, we're using default, but if you check this rounded shape, and rounded shape and others. So for now, let's leave it at default. Show feedback. Text is the text here. C for cards, and then the text alignment and all that. So basically, this is. So we continue with this up till the end. So if I bring in another button, what we'll do with this course is I'll do 8 to a particular number. The assignment is to get it going, finish up to Z, and then you upload the app. Let us look at. Okay, so the full dog. Okay, yeah. So that means in this particular course, we're looking at buttons, how to arrange button. So there are a lot of other things you can do with the button. Before we proceed to now doing the other part, which is the programming aspect of it, I also want us to work on the screen. So you can see all the properties, all the items on my app. You can see them listed here in my components, so I can edit any of them. So I want to edit the screen. I want to change the screen. So if I click the screen, you see it lists the properties of the screen. Okay, this one, align horizontal. Do you want the items of the screen to be towards the center, the right, or the left? The vertical, the same thing. The name of the app as it will appear on when I publish it. The background color. For now, we'll leave it white because the buttons you have multiple colors. You can have a background image, then your screen orientation, close screen animation. So when you have more than one screen, when in the subsequent lectures we'll talk about multiple screens. So when you slide, what happens? Now the icon of the app. So you know when you get an app, the app has there's an icon attached to it. So let's upload, set an icon for the app. Choose file, so you can let's get to any of this and pick a file. Let us see. Okay, I'm getting very fast. Okay, so let's take this as our icon for the app, and then I click OK. Okay, screen orientation default. So default means the screen, if your phone is horizontal, it flips horizontal. If it's vertical, it flips vertical. Sorry, screen orientation. Okay, unspecified means you can flip horizontal. If your phone is, if you hold it in the horizontal position, the phone will automatically adjust to that position. If you to that orientation, if you hold it vertically, it automatically adjusts to vertical orientation also. Portrait means always, always, irrespective of the orientation, always it is, let's say, vertical, it is standing straight, and landscape, it is horizontal. Okay, scrollable means can somebody scroll the screen? For this particular app, I'll tell you to on the scrollable, turn it on so that as you add, because by the time you add D and all the numbers to Z, at the point you need to scroll down to see the number. So yes, that is show scrollable. Then status bar is if this is the status bar, it should show, yes, it should be there. Sizing, um, fixed, let's make it responsive, that adjusts with the phone. Then the screen title, which is what we have here. We don't want screen title to show on our phone, so let's select um, my ABCD app. TeenCoders ABCD app. Okay, the title should be visible. Yes, it should be visible. If you don't want the title to be visible, you can also turn it off, and to be, when the app loads, it will not be there. Version, and this one, so you mostly use it when you're playing with, when you're uploading your app, when you upload your app to the Play Store, and maybe you do upgrades. So from this you can track the first upgrade, second upgrade, and all that. So basically, this is how we continue. So in Excel, what we have been able to do is we've been able to duplicate components name. Okay, so I need to, this is supposed to be that E. So E, remember, just want to take us through it again. I want to do something that I added this other button. So this out, and 20. In this case now, I want us to also work on the font color for this particular button. You can see it is red, and I don't want us to use black as the font color. So E for egg. And so here you can change the text color too. You can see this, the text color for this is white. So play with it, get up to Z for